Some people come into this world already fighting, before they even understand life. They face rejection, abandonment, scarcity and pain from an early age. They're told they're too different, too intense or too sensitive. They never quite fit in, and their lives seem to echo a familiar story: difficult families, strange illnesses, toxic relationships, and a constant sense of not belonging. At times it feels like life is trying to break them, but it's not, it's shaping them. Pain isn't here to punish, it's here to purify. It strips away distractions, breaks illusions, and clears space for what's real. These people weren't born to follow the crowd. They came to shift the pattern, to heal the inherited wounds, and to bring light where there has only been darkness. But before they can do that, they must walk through their own shadows. Most people live by default, repeating what they see, accepting what they're told, never questioning. But something happens to the chosen, a moment of rupture. It could be sickness, heartbreak, or a deep loss, something that breaks the rhythm and shakes their world. Suddenly, the life they knew no longer makes sense, and the soul starts to awaken. Until then, they were living someone else's script, following rules, wearing masks, and trying to fill a void that couldn't be touched by anything external. Then the pain arrives, not to destroy, but to awaken. It opens space. It makes silence loud. The things that once mattered begin to lose their weight. Old dreams fade, shallow relationships collapse. It hurts, yes, but it also cleans. The veil lifts, and for the first time, they begin to see themselves clearly. This break is not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. They weren't meant to live numb, chasing approval. Their path demands truth, and truth demands solitude. Pain strips away the false, it dismantles pride, image control. The ego resists, but the soul surrenders, and only in that surrender does the light finally have room to enter. As long as we're clinging to what's not ours, roles, expectations, identities, we're unavailable for what truly belongs. The chosen ones have to be emptied, sometimes painfully, so they can be filled with purpose. This transformation doesn't happen all at once. It unfolds in phases. Each crisis softens a hardened part. Each loss peels back another layer. And while it may feel like everything is falling apart, the truth is, everything false is falling away. The real self is emerging, quietly, steadily. The world often calls it a breakdown, but it's not, it's a purification. The masks fall, the pressure lifts, and what's left is something raw but real. That's when the journey truly begins, not from a place of pretending, but from presence. The chosen stop running, stop pleasing, stop hiding, and they begin to live not for the world, but for the truth inside them. During this phase they may feel empty, like nothing matters anymore, but this emptiness isn't the end. It's the beginning. What's being taken wasn't theirs to keep, it was noise, weight, illusion. Now in that open space, something new can be born, something sacred. Pain carves deep, but only because the light needs depth to anchor. Real change never comes from the surface. It starts in the void. That's where clarity is born. That's where calling is found. The universe doesn't use those who feel ready. It uses those who are available, emptied, open. And when the chosen one stops resisting and starts embracing this painful rebirth, everything begins to shift. They realize every loss is a clearing. Every wound is an opening. Every silence is a sacred pause, preparing them for the light they were always meant to carry. They may have been born into rejection, silence or lack, but those early hardships didn't come to destroy them. They came to mark the path, because their road was never meant to be ordinary, it was meant to be transformative, and transformation always begins in the dark.